Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains of North Carolina, and today I figured I would cover part 2 of my Shelby HamFest video, and this is the stuff that I got, and I got some cool stuff, so let's go ahead and break right into it here. This right here is a mobile antenna. It's a ham antenna. I've never seen anything quite like it. It covers 10, 15, and 20 meters, which is really kind of cool. So I'm actually thinking about mounting that on top of the garage. I've got a metal roof here, so it should work as if it were installed in a mobile. But it's a nice little unit. That costs $5, brand new in the box. Pretty amazing here. Now let me tell you about, I got a lot of really cool deals, but this year it was just like magic, man. It was awesome. So this right here, President Washington CB radio, looks rough. It's got some corrosion around here. Works fine. So I got this. And this beautiful Radio Shack 3-way meter, which I actually did a video on one of these years ago where the modulation meter wasn't working. So I actually got rid of that one, and I've got a new one now. So I got this, and right here you can see it's an old, it looks like a Palomar. I'm not sure actually who makes that, but it's an HF preamp. These 3 items right here for $5 for all 3. It was incredible. I was looking at this. The guy said, "I'll tell you what, how much do you want for that?" And I said, "I don't know, man, $5." He said, "I'll give it to you for $5 as long as you take what's below it." And these 2 were sitting below that. He was just getting out. He wanted to leave. So turns out this works. It's ugly. It's got extra channels added to it. Works both off AC and DC. I'm going to go ahead and clean it as best I can. Yeah, and I had a unit in Washington. It's my first real base station. Excellent radios, man. Excellent radios. And so I'm super excited to have that. Probably going to keep that, not sure. But this meter, hopefully that's going to work out. In between here, and this will definitely be a video of its own, a Compact Portable 2. This is a all-in-one 286 computer from the old days. Has a floppy drive, has a 20 meg hard drive in it. Powered it up, it still works. Booted to DOS Shell 6.0. Had like WordPerfect 5.1 on it. I mean, it's just incredible. Even came with a old school Logitech serial mouse. So that was super neat. That is just awesome. That was $10. So I mean, the deals were just crazy. Here we go here. This came with its power cord. Now this one does work, but it's not working right. It's a Sony, this is like a, I think it's a DV8 touchscreen. It's got night shot. The battery of course is dead, but the touchscreen's not working properly, so I'm not able to get into all the features. But that was $5, kind of something cool to play with. Go ahead and set that aside actually. So much stuff here. This is really cool. And let me see, because I'm not even sure the name of this. Let's see if the name's on here. It's the FM2015R, and it is the KDK VHF FM transmitter. I've seen a lot of 2-meter radios in my time. I've never seen one that looked like this. This looks so much like a regular old-fashioned CB radio. It's got a lot of I mean, this thing weighs a ton. It's obviously very old. It's in incredibly good shape. Winston-Salem, yeah. So, came with its original microphone. I mean, it's all in mint shape, really. That was $5. Can't wait to play with that. I've got that 2-meter directional antenna on the roof, so I'll hook it up and see if we can pick anything up with that. Below this is some really cool stuff. You'll notice the trend of $5 or $10 here, but this right here, JCPenney 6247 SSB 40-channel CB radio. I have not had a chance to play with that. That was $5. No mic for that, but JCPenney sideband 40-channel radio. I got to imagine that's fairly rare. Speaking of rare, let's take a look below that. A Uniden 810E. That is awfully rare. I don't know if that's considered to be a good sideband base station, but it has a Uniden base station, 40-channel with sideband, and it works as well. The channel indicator has some dead spots on the LED, but it actually transmits and receives beautiful. $10 right there. Then we move over here, and I've got this, which is a beautiful old Sony Handycam. This is a high 8 model with super night shot. This super night shot, I don't know if any of y'all played with those, but great. It's almost like night vision for, if you put it on regular night mode, you know, it has an effective range of maybe 20 or 30 feet. Put it in super night shot mode and you have it on a bipod where you can hold it steady. This thing will actually throw light all the way out. I mean, it's crazy how accurate these things are. Kind of a desirable camera. That was $5. I am waiting on a power supply from China on that one, so we'll see if that works. Power supply costs $12, so got more invested in the power supply than I do the radio itself. All right, so get ready because this is crazy. Here we go. I'm going to stand over here. There we are. This right here was a $10 laptop. This is a Gateway Solo 910 or 9100, and it works. Has Windows 98 loaded on it. I think it has an 8 gig hard drive. So I've got plans for that. Boy, this thing weighs a ton. It's a 233 megahertz Pentium 2 processor. It's got about 192 meg of RAM, but it's loaded. It even has a video capture and a game port, sound port built in. It's actually, for its era, look at that, 2 USB. For its era, this was quite a find. And it even came with a wireless card, so I've been able to get a Windows 98 computer online. I'll certainly be making a video of that. But back to this. These are some floppy disks I picked up. A President Madison. These are rare, and these are cream of the crop. This is like the twin sister to the Cobra 2000. This one has the analog clock instead of the later models had a digital clock here. Analog clock's not working. Power supply is a little funky, but you can hook it up to DC. Transmits and receives excellent. Had the original speaker, A and B switch on the back, so it has some extra channels. I'll have to figure out what those are. But look at this. It's in excellent shape. The case of this thing is gorgeous. I mean, just gorgeous, man. This thing is awesome. Both meters are working, channel indicators working, all the LEDs are working. Just got to play with the clock and the light behind the clock, but 40 bucks. This is probably one of my holy grails as far as radios. You will probably be seeing this in multiple videos. Although this does not have a scan function, this radio is going to go in my office. I've been talking about how I wanted to set up a second base station antenna off the side of the house, so on the cold nights I can still talk on CB. Well, this is going to be it. This beautiful setup here, $40. So the Shelby HamFest was incredibly awesome. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining. It was not too hot, not too cold, and everybody there was super nice. I ran into some fans of the channel, which is always cool. And a special shout out to my neighbor who turned me on to the whole idea, because I forgot when this thing was going to come up. But he was down there. And by the way, man, I know you're probably home from the hospital now, but he's gone through some rough times. So he had a heart attack actually the day after we were down there. So hopefully you're doing better, man. Take care of yourself, and I'm sure we'll see each other again. But awesome, just awesome. So that was it. That's the Shelby HamFest Part 2 video. As you can see, I think I did pretty darn good. I spent right around $100. Some of the stuff I'll keep forever. Some of the stuff I will eBay back off to pay for the hobby. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's think about this. I think maybe one of these radios we might have to raffle off this winter. You know, last year President Corporation gave me a radio to raffle off, and that was really cool. I was happy to have all these people sign up for the raffle, and somebody out there won a beautiful President Bill radio. Maybe it was an Andy, I can't remember, I'm sorry. But this year I don't have that option, but you know what? When you get into an abundance of cool radios like this, maybe I'll raffle one off. Maybe it'll be the old Washington here, or maybe this JCPenney sidebander here. Who knows, maybe even the Uniden. But one of these, maybe sometime right after Christmas, we'll put it up there. I'll get it all cleaned up, make sure everything works right. We'll do a little raffle. That's for free, of course. Just enter your name in and I'll give it away. But that's just a way of saying thanks to all those cool people who have signed up and have liked and subscribed to Farpoint Farms. And you know what? Until next time, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh, it's so cool. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
There's always something that needs a little fixing on Farpoint Farms.